Hello everyone. This is the second lecture of this topic of this unit, and the topic is objective sensory evaluation. Okay, I already told you subjective sensory evaluation are sensory types of sensory evaluation. In types of sensory evaluation, there is two types. There are two types of sensory evaluation, and the first is subjective evaluation that I already told you in my previous lecture. Okay, and this is the second types of sensory evaluation, that is objective sensory evaluation. Okay, so here in objective sensory evaluation, there is different types. In objective sensory evaluation, there are further two types: physical methods and uh, chemical methods. Okay, so now come to the first types. Here, physical method, and this is outline, introduction, objective and evaluation, and physical method, assignment, learning outcome, and references. Okay, moving to the introduction part. Here, introduction. During the organoleptic testing, we cannot eliminate the subjectivity of consumers, but this is not a problem because the judgment is based on the overall property of the product. With instruments, we can measure in one time only one behavior, right? It is very important to know the preference of the consumers and perceptions of the sensory characteristics of food product for food manufacturers. Okay, so yes, here subjective part and objective part, right? So we cannot eliminate these subjective part if we are going to use this objective like instrument part. Both all system of the evaluation of all system for evaluation of food give the overall property of the product. Okay, like all system means subjective, objective, inobjective, physical, chemical. All property will give the overall property of the product. Instrument, but here instrument can measure the one behavior at one time, but in subjective basis, this with the use of subjective means human science, then we can measure at one time all behavior of the product, all properties of the product in one time. But we cannot measure the value, particular content that is present in the food. We only measure the like, dislike, aroma, flavor. Overall property we can measure, but we cannot measure the particular component that is present in the food and that is responsible for the particular like flavor and aroma and taste and color. For this analysis, we have to move that instrumental part. Okay, like objective evaluation. Here is the objective part. There is three main objective of this topic: to know about the instruments used in sensory evaluation and importance of objective sensory evaluation, to analyze different method of quality assessments. These are the three main objective of this topic. Okay. Here, objective evaluation. Objective method of sensory evaluation include the measurement of various quality attributes with the help of different instruments. It gives much more precise result. There are two types of objective method. There are two types, physical and instrumental. Instrumental and chemical methods. Okay. So here these in objective sensory evaluation there are further two types, physical methods and chemical methods. Physical means instrumental method, and chemical nutritional method mean chemical methods. Okay. Now come to the physical methods like instrumental method. There are different instruments that can be used for further analysis of food. Okay. First, for texture. For analysis of texture property, we can use and we may use the different instrument for the analysis of texture. Okay. Here first is TPA, texture profile analyzer. TPA, texture profile analyzer. Okay. Texture analyzer, these method measure the mechanical property of the product, especially deformation, modular, breaking, force and work, measuring by compressional procedure. Okay. So here texture analysis, these methods measure the mechanical properties of product, especially deformation, modules, breakage of breaking force and work, measuring by compressional procedure, etc. Okay. So here first is penetrometer. A penetrometer is a device to test the strength of the material. They are usually round or cone shaped. The penetrometer is dropped on the test subject or pressed against it. Okay, here you can see this. This is the penetrometer, and here is the mm, um, watch. So this pin can press the material and pinch the material and measure the force. So by this penetrometer we can measure the maturity of the product or maturity of the fruit, texture of the product. Okay. So in penetrometer there is a pin like structure, and this pin pinch on the surface of the material and measure the force by this watch. Okay. So we can measure the force applied by the pin, and also we can measure the pressure of the product. Means we can measure the gas that is present in the beverages like carbonated beverages. We can measure the carbon dioxide that is present in the bottle. So with this penetrometer can be used for the measurement of texture of the product, like maturity of the product, and hardness and softness of the product, and gas that is present in the bottle, carbonated beverages and alcoholic beverages. Okay. Second is texture profile analyzer, TPA, and also called texture analyzer. The instrument measures the pressure power on the product due to the way that the pressure head has taken, the machine records data during the measurement. The draw, the load extension curve, on the x-axis and Newton on the y-axis. Texture testing is a well-established technique for evaluating the mechanical and physical property of the raw ingredient, food structure and design, and for pre and post quality control check. Texture testing has application across a wide range of the food type, including baked goods, cereal, confectioneries, snacks, dairy, fruits, vegetable, gelatins, and meats and poultry, fish, pasta, and even pet food. We can measure with the help of texture profile analyzer. This is the texture profile analyzer, and this texture analyzer connected with the PC and give the particular data that is applied by this instrument. Okay, since texture is a property related to the sense of touch, it can be measured easily by mechanical method in unit such as force. In food texture testing, standard tests such as compression, tension, and flexure uh, flexures are used to measure hardness, crispiness, crunchiness, softness, springiness, and tackiness, and other properties of the food. Okay. So this is the texture profile analyzer. This instrument is connected with the PC and give the reading with the graph. How much compression, how much pressure is applied by the instrument to the product. Okay, so here this data is shown in the form of graph, and give the particular range. This product is softness, hardness, and sponginess, crispiness, okay, crunchiness, stretchability, and cohesiveness, and yes, viscosity. We can measure by this texture profile analyzer that particular texture of the product. We can easily measure by with the use of texture profile analyzer, TPA. Okay, and working of the texture analyzer. Working of texture analyzer, the sample is positioned on the tower tooth. This is the tower, this platform, and this is the nib. Here different tools we can fit, and this is movable wire. So with the help of PC, we can move this tool and place the sample here and apply the force, and we can measure the property of the product. Okay, see here, and the result is measured at a peak force required to bite through the sample. The result correlate with the tenderness, toughness, firmness of the sample. Grips and fixtures are available in the variety of the size, gripping, surface, style, and capacity to meet different applications. The choice of specimen size depends on the homogeneity of the sample. A food with large void will require a larger sample size than a food without void to obtain similar repeatability. The choice of fixtures depends on the sample. If the sample has the flat surface, then generally compression um, platens that are larger than the sample are used. For surface that are uneven, such as fruits and vegetables, small diameter probe are used. Here is the way we can place the product in different sizes. It's depend on the product, what types of property we want to measure in this particular product. Okay, so according to the property, we have to prepare the product according to the property. What type, what property you want to measure. by the use of texture profile analyzer. Okay, then moving to the next component, that is colorimeter, color measurement. Here the color measurement, the human eyes is very sensitive, so it is very difficult task to imitate it, right? So the spectrophotometry is colorimeter. We can measure the color with the help of spectrophotometry. Spectrophotometer is employed to measure the amount of light that a sample absorbs, right? The instrument operate by passing a beam of light through the sample and measuring the intensity of light reaching to detector. Surface color measurement. The surface is measured by ununiformly light, then measure the reflected light. It is measured after calibration color standard. Yes, we have to put the control sample, then according to the control sample we can measure the product. We have to put the product in the beam and pass the light, and when the absorbance is absorbance value is detected, expressed in on the screen, and we can analyze the reading uh, in the in the calibration of standard value. Okay, here Hunter lab color second colorimeter, that with the use of this Hunter lab color we can measure the color of the product. With this by spectrophotometer we can only measure the liquid color of the liquid product. Okay, and in solid product we can measure the color by Hunter lab color and Minolta colorimeter. So, in Hunter lab color, the aspects and color of the food surface is the first quality parameter evaluated by consumer and is critical in the acceptance of the product even before it enters the mouth. The color of this surface is the first sensation that the consumer perceives and use as a tool to accept and reject the food. The observation of color thus allow the detection of certain anomalies or defects that food item may present. The determination of color can be carried out by visual inspection or by using a color measurement instrument. Although human inspection is quite ro- um, robust even in the presence of changes in illumination. The determination of color is in this case subjective and extremely variable from observer to observer, observer to observer, right? In the subjective examination, this colorimeter is varied by observer to observer. Okay, but with the help of instrument we can measure the particular range of the color that is present in the food. In order to carry out a more objective color analysis, color standards are often used as reference material. Unfortunately, their use implies a slower inspection and require more specialized training of the observers. For their reason, it is recommendable to determine color through the use of color measurement instrument. At present, color spaces and numerical value are used to create a represent and visualize color in 2 and 3 dimensional space. The color of food has been measured usually in LV value, LV unit, using either a colorimeter or specific data equation and image processing system. LV is an international standard and color measurement. LV is the measurement coding that is used when we are going to analyze the color analysis with the help of instrument. So these are the calorie units LAB that that is depict the different coloring range, different color. Okay, here, yes, here L is the luminance or lightness component which range from 0 to 100, and parameter A from green to red and B from blue to yellow. Yes, here is the two value. Green to red means plus value is depict green and the minus value depict red. And here B value depict the blue and yellow, and plus B value depict the blue range, and minus B value depict yellow range, are the two chromatic component which range from minus 120 to 120. Okay, yes, these are the range minus 120 to 120. Yeah, and in the LAB, yes, there is some correction. Green depict minus range and red depict plus range. Here blue depict minus range and yellow depict plus range. Okay, in the LAB space, the color perception is uniform, which means that the Euclidean distance between two color corresponds approximately to the color difference perceived by the human eyes. In order to carry out a detailed characterization of the image of a food item and thus more precisely evaluated its quality, it is necessary to know that color value of each pixel is its surface. Yes, there is a different colorimeter, Minolta colorimeter and Hunter lab color. This is the Hunter lab color colorimeter. There is a handle and here up and down, and you can there is a switch here, and you can on it. This instrument can be run with the help of electricity, and this switch may be on. And then there is a display, and here in the bottom side there is fix lens, there is a camera there, and with the help of handle, these switch have to be pressed during the measurement. Firstly, we have to measure, we have to standardize the instrument each time when we on this instrument. And whenever you switch off these instrument, then again you want to measure the again you want to use this instrument, you have to again standardize the instrument with the use of two tiles, white and black. So these Hunter lab color, if you want to use this Hunter lab color colorimeter, then you have to standardize this instrument each time whenever you want to use this instrument, and whenever you on this instrument, you use this instrument, so you have to standardize this with the help of two tiles, white and black. Okay, and after that you can measure the sample. Here in bottom side, there one lens is placed, and click the photo, and in one press these reflect three times and give the average value, LAV, give the average value, and L depict the lightness and darkness, A depict green and redness, and B depict blue and yellowness. These six color is the basic color, and these basic color prepare the all color, right? So these basic color, with the help of these basic color, we can measure the color value of the food. Okay, so this instrument is known as Hunter lab color. There is also a Minolta colorimeter. There is only one difference. If in Minolta colorimeter you don't want to standardize this colorimeter, when uh, i- demonstration during the demonstration, firstly we standardize the sample, we standardize the instrument, then we don't need to standardize again and again during the sample analysis. No, we don't these instruments don't want to standardize again and again. uh, but only these, there is the only handling difference, nothing else. All these Hunter Lab color also give these range LAB value, and these similar range lightness, green and redness, and blue and yellowness. But there is only one difference. First, before using we have to we have to standardize the Hunter Lab color, and before using we don't need to standardize the Minolta colorimeter. Okay, this is easy handle process, this Minolta colorimeter in compared to Hunter Lab color only. Okay, so here is the computer vision. In recent year, computer vision has been used to objectively measure the color of the different food, since they provide some obvious advantage over a conventional colorimeter, namely the possibility of analyzing the entire surface of the food and quantifying surface characteristics and defects. The color of the many food has been measured using computer vision techniques and computational techniques, with the combination of a digital camera, computer and graphic software has been used to provide a less expensive and more versatile way to measure the color of many food than traditional color measuring instrument. Okay, so there is the different colorimeter that is used for the analysis of color. Okay, so different instrument have uh, different instrument I just explained in second part of this topic. Okay, if you have any query, you can ask me during my webinar, and you can text me anytime. Okay, thank you.